Louisiana homecoming was a successful one for Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the Cincinnati Bengals as they now move to 3-3 on the year after an impressive road win over the Saints here today at the Superdome. How did they do it? Well, this time it was the Bengals offense that carried this team. For the last couple of weeks, it's been the Bengals defense that's really given the Bengals their chances when they've won games. And today it was Burrow and Chase and that Bengals offense that carried the Bengals today, because defensively, Cincinnati's defense had probably one of their worst games that they've had in the last two seasons. They gave up more than 200 rushing yards to the Saints and really had a hard time getting off the field throughout the entire game. But when it mattered most at the end of the game, they were able to bow up and not allow the Saints to get in the end zone, which is what they've done all year. But the play of the game, of course, was when Bengals were trailing by 2 late in the fourth quarter. Joe Burrow finds his guy Jamar Chase for a 60-yard touchdown play, and the Bengals looked exactly like the team you saw in 2021 with that explosive play. And they've been searching for those kinds of plays. They haven't had them, and they've been trying to figure out how to get the ball to Jamar Chase with the amount of double teams he's seen in his second season now. And when asked following the game if that play gave the Bengals their identity back, Burrow said he thinks it was much needed. Chase said today's environment here at the Superdome, in which there were a lot of Bengals fans and LSU fans, he said it was the loudest that he's ever played in his professional career. That includes the AFC Championship game at Arrowhead last year. A couple injuries to stay updated on here over the next couple of days. Logan Wilson went down and it didn't look pretty. That's going to be a huge injury to follow, because if the Bengals lose Wilson for a couple of games, it's going to be tough sledding, considering the Bengals are already down one of their best defensive players in DJ Reader. And if Wilson's unable to go, they're going to have a massive hole to fill in the middle of their defense. And because the other major injury that took place today was to Josh Tupou, who's filling in at defensive tackle for Reader. So there's a lot going on with the Bengals from an injury standpoint wise on the defensive side of the ball. But what the Bengals showed today was they are a team that can go on the road in a hostile environment and come out with a win. And Burrow and Chase look like they found their magic again. And everyone in Cincinnati, I'm sure, can take a deep breath, because it had been a rough couple of weeks, but they won when it mattered most. That's it for me here at the Superdome today, but be sure to check out Cincinnati.com for the analysis from today's game, our photos from the game, and of course our column about why the Bengals were able to win. We got you covered.